Hello and welcome to Retro Cars Reborn. I'm Lee, of course, and behind me is the Capri 2.8 injection. I'm going to be working on that bad boy again because, you know, I got to get this thing done. So what I'm going to do today is remove this horrible, disgusting patch. This horrible, disgusting patch. And then look at removing all of these spot welds across this panel, so we can take this off and we can have a look at what lovelies are going to be in there. Now, you could get this entire piece off eBay, including all these little tiny bits, to reconstruct this, but the seller who makes them no longer exists. So I may have to ask somebody else who makes these panels to see if they make them, or I'll end up doing myself. We shall see. But the first thing we need to do is clean the fuck out of it. So you can see the majority of the spot welds are starting to become present. There's some evidence as well that it's been seam welded there. But yeah, I think the next thing is grind away as much of this patch as possible, and grind away as much of that patch as possible to try and save the metal underneath, because we want that as a template. Okay, well, it turns out there's actually no flaw underneath that little patch to actually grind it away from. It literally, that was it. So that makes that easy. Let's try and see what's underneath this one then. So again, it turns out there is no flaw underneath this piece either to save. It's just all this piece, and then all this that's going to need replacing underneath it. So even this welded patch here is actually welded all to this. So all this spot weld's going to have to come out, all this is going to have to come out, and then hopefully that piece there should have extended across here and across here, but we shall see. So we'll drill some pilot holes now in all of these spot welds, and then we'll see about taking them out. So most of the spot welds drilled out now. I don't think these ones are even going to be anything there anymore, seeing as everything around it is pretty much dead. The only ones left are these along the bottom, but I'll deal with those once I peel this off. I think these ones here might still be doing something, but again, I want to see what layers are left before I drill any more out. it came off nice and easy. Yeah, there's not a lot of floor left in there. Seems to be still stuck here though, with what is left of the floor underneath here. Yeah, it's literally what's left of what would have been there originally. It's totally wrong. Yeah, just that little bit of metal needs knocking through. I believe one of these spot welds here might literally be holding on for dear life. That's literally gone all the way down to there now. That's how much rotten floor there is behind it. I'll see if there's any spot welds here and we'll be right back. Just underneath that, what was left of this underseal. There, look, 1, 2, 3. I dare say there'll be some more underneath that, but we'll remove that to find out. Right, I got those 3 out that were hidden. And then I've tried to focus on what to do with this little piece here, you see, because it's spot welded onto this plate. So with this ginormous awful piece being put here, it was really hard to decipher where this bit starts and ends. So I literally went to the top one because it's in not a bad condition and it's still quite intact. Turns out this square piece here that's tack welded there and here, it's supposed to be tack welded there, so that's good. So I'm going to cut it there and cut it there, but it is literally just this piece here all on its own, and then that was another separate layer there. So like I say, cut through that so we know that's separate. I'll cut through that, and then we'll see how much is left holding it on, because again it's only going to be the fact that it's had someone weld that piece there that's going to be held on. So batter this piece back into the correct shape where it was folded over, and you're starting to get to see how it's held on. There's a gap underneath it, so hopefully I can exploit this gap and start peeling it off. So I managed to get this piece off in the end, ended up cutting all the way around it and then literally just snapping it off. That little tiny bit on the end, look at that. Yeah, there's what's left of the floor underneath it, next to nothing. So I've either got to try and replicate this piece now or save this one, we shall see. But it's now come to the attention that this piece here is also the bit that runs down the back. And there, look, it folds over and runs all the way down that back. So it's becoming more complicated now. So I think the plan is going to be cut up this piece here, build this piece separately, see how savable this piece on the inner edge is, make that bit separate again because that goes across there. See if we can save that, we shall see. So I'm going to deal with these spot welds along here, cut up there, and then we shall finally see what's behind this panel. So I ended up chiseling through this piece here because the spot welds are impossible to find amongst all this welding, but it is pretty much ready to be pulled off. There we go. It's literally a ginormous pocket of rust build-up. Not much floor left at all. Once I've got this piece off, we can build another bit to go across there. That'd be nice. Looks like we're gonna have to do a bit of repair work on the inner sill, but it's not too bad. It doesn't look too bad in here as well either. Might be able to save that bit. I do hope so. It's a bit of a previous bent bit there, look. And that'll be hidden inside most people's decent cars. So give it a little bit of a clean up here just to see how bad that damage extends into that inner panel. So we'll be able to slide a piece underneath that and weld it back in. But yeah, it's not too bad in there. But everybody who's got a Capri that thinks it's minted, in there is where their secret rust is going to lie. So next week's episode, I'm going to delve into whatever lies in here. So yeah, I've been Lee, this has been Retro Cars Reborn, this has been the 2.8 Capri, and we'll see you in the next episode when I try and find out whatever is going off in that bit of rustiness. Leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and I'll be back with more adventures with the 2.8 injection.